morning. It's Sunday, and it's time for me to put the Terminator XP on my machine. We'll see how it does. I was able to straighten up the driveway a little more with the smooth edged bucket the other day. I got a little more familiar with the controls on the skid steer, but it's time to cut grass. It's just going crazy everywhere, so I gotta get busy. Come along. All right, we're hooked up. We got the big bad boy hooked up. Got all the lines plumbed on. Got to do some figuring. I can't remember exactly which one of these controls the flow, but I'll figure that out. Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna have to close the cab up and turn on the AC and stuff, and hopefully I'll be able to hear or be able to speak over the sound of the machine running. Probably not, but we'll see. All right. as I'm letting this thing cool down a little bit before I shut it off, kind of disappointing actually. It's not a hill climber. It's not a finish mower by any means at all. The hydraulics on it, if you're running the cutter or any hydraulic item, and it takes away a lot of the power from the machine itself. Like trying to climb a hill and mow, it really bogs it down. As you can see in the video, I'm gonna have to edit a bunch of it out because it was just slow. It burns a lot of fuel for the amount of time you're running it. I don't know how long I've been in it. I think it's almost 5 o'clock. So I've probably been in it for maybe 5 hours, a little more. I don't remember what time I started. Overall, as far as a cutting machine, not great. Kind of disappointing. You see a lot of the shit on TV, on YouTube, guys mulching this and mulching that. You don't really notice that they aren't doing a whole lot of hillsides, a lot of flat land, a lot of just, barn lots and shit like that that's been overgrown. Now, I mowed meadows with it today. I mowed my side yard in my barn this morning, and that's when I noticed that no, it's not. It is a good clean the trees up in the woods machine because you're on and off the mower. Frequently you're lifting it and moving and stuff like that. Again, it's not a hill climber. You want to go down, you're not going to climb back up probably. It's surprisingly gets stuck a lot. I would have thought it had like a bulldozer mentality where you really don't get stuck a lot. Nope. I got stuck in the yard, just right here beside the barn lot, spinning the tracks, just because it's trying to push a non-flexible item up a bank or up a hill, and it's just basically digging in, and I mean it just spins. But it's not a brush hog. It's not. Do not anticipate a quality cut like you get with a tractor and a brush hog. Being that I sold my tractor to buy this with the intentions of using it for more as a mulcher, mower, loader, fork truck, whatever. As far as the mowing aspect of it is, it sucks. I'm not gonna lie, it sucks. I'm new to the machine, yeah, sure, but there's things that I notice being new that it just isn't good. Whether it's the horsepower rating or the flow rate or whatever for this machine compared to say a 10 or a 12, that when you get up into a 12, you got a lot of expense. One, you got to have a damn machine to haul it heavy enough, because that thing's weighs so much more than this 8. The 10, I don't think it's only 1,000 more pounds heavier. It has the exact same flow capacities and everything as this does. So it's, I will give a thumbs up for the air conditioning. Air conditioning and enclosed cab, I'm clean, I'm not dirty. The outside of this thing is filthy, and thumbs up on the AC. With that being said, though, I think we'll see when I get my grapple what happens. I got to go pick it up this week. As far as a tooth bucket, if you're doing dirt work and moving a lot of dirt and having to dig fresh dirt, I'm gonna say, yeah, go with a tooth bucket. But if you want to finish anything, get a smooth edge bucket. As for the mower, I would, maybe a drum mulcher would do better, but then again, you're basically limited to what you can do. You're only cutting trees, mulching saplings, whatever, cleaning up forest floor, that kind of stuff. As for the Terminator XP, the Terminator probably would have been fine. The XP gives it a little bit more flow, I think, and it gives those teeth on the bottom of the blade carrier to mulch trees and shit like that. But ain't worth the extra $1,000, I don't think. Honest to God, I don't think. Comfort wise, it's comfortable, it's slow. Even when you put it in high rabbit and try to mow, the hydraulic flow is going primarily to the mower, not the machine. So you can't even mow at high speed. Now, granted, my fields were high. I didn't get to do a first cut on them this year, so they're thick, they're high, things were slow. I got to take that into account too. But as far as this thing being a mower, it's not. It's just not. I mean, you got to work at it, and it's just not. Again, the AC, a cab tractor for mowing is going to be what you need. If you're not a farmer and you're not putting up hay for cattle and all that stuff, then a skid steer, which I'm not a farmer, I just have to take care of property. So my hopes is that I get my money's worth out of the grapple and my buckets, and I know I'm not going to get my money's worth out of the mower. I'll probably end up buying like a 3-foot or 4-foot brush hog for my little Kubota, or upgrading to the next size Kubota tractor and get a brush hog for it. Again, brush hogging, some of the stuff I mow is steep, and a tractor's just not ideal for that either. That's why I thought I'd get the skid steer. But the meadows, my yard, I mean, if I got a tractor, let's say I upgraded and got a bigger size Kubota than what I have, the 25 horse or whatever it is I've got now, with a 60-inch mower deck or 72 if possible, I can still mow with it, and then I get like a 30 horsepower, then I can put a bigger brush hog, maybe a 5-foot brush hog on behind it. No loader, I don't need any of that because that's what the skid steer is for, but just a brush hog to do the bigger portions of, the stuff. My excavator with that mower on that thing is amazing, simply because it articulates and I can get over banks and hillsides and sweep, and it's just basically a gigantic oversized weed eater, and it's amazing. I love it. I would have thought this machine, being what it is, would have been just as nice, but again, I'm new, I'm inexperienced, but again, I don't feel it's probably what I wanted or what I expected, anticipated, whatever. I've got it, I paid for it, it's paid for, so it's mine, and I'm going to have to learn to use it, and I'll do the best I can with it, and I'll deal with it. When the time comes, if we decide to move away from here, then of course all my machines will be for sale, and because I probably won't take them with me, but that's not in the present future yet. So I'm going to wrap this up for here today. I still have to do editing for the culverts. When I did that last week, and then I got to do this. I've got 5 hours worth of video on this, but I'm not. I will edit it down to a 30-minute run because it's just not a lot of stuff to say. But anyways, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and tell your friends about me. Give me the thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, criticisms, shoot me a message. I'll answer you. Again, thanks for watching. Until next time.